Welcome to the Angus Report, a news program for cattle producers.
We bring you the week's top headlines from American Angus Association headquarters, including what it takes to market product for the world's largest branded beef company.
Daryl Peel discusses carcass trends, and Dan Moser talks genomics.
Can beef producers control costly BVD? And how a simple 4-H project sparked a lifelong love for Angus.
This is the Angus Report. Hello, I'm Bob Cervera.
And I'm Crystal Albers.
Our top news this week. Consumers want quality beef. The Certified Angus beef brand recently completed its 8th year of record-breaking product sales. Backing the widespread success of the brand is a multi-layered marketing effort. As Certified Angus Beef's Tracy Erickson explains, that takes a full-circle approach, partnering with food service and retail sectors and linking the brand from family ranches to family tables.
As a true credit to the ranchers and farmers of this brand that own this brand, we have been able to create a multinational recognized beef brand on a not-for-profit budget. And that takes being able to multiply everything that we do. So when we market and we go in to work with, say, a food service customer, we look at how we can surround that customer with everything from public relations, and that may be telling their story directly or through a third-party source that is very credible in their market, to advertising, to in-store promotions, to training their wait staff, to just getting everyone associated with the brand fired up about marketing it. And so marketing is very much a complete package of layering all of these different aspects and disciplines to truly move the brand.
Visit CertifiedAngusBeef.com to learn more about the branded beef company, where to find Certified Angus beef, and to access recipes.
The cattle markets are ending the year just as they began, at record high price levels. Oklahoma State University's Daryl Peel says producers have seen the market benefits of tighter supplies in 2014. But in the meantime, carcass weights continue to tick upward.
The market incentives continue to grow in terms of these calf prices as an incentive to expand as fast as we can, but that will be a slow process at best. The only thing that can really change in the short run is increased carcass weights. And again, with slaughter down over 7%, beef production's down about 6%, that difference is made up by heavier carcass weights this year. And so there's an incentive on the one hand for the industry to increase quantity of beef. There are limits to how far you can push that, particularly in the beef industry, in terms of quality grading, but also just in terms of the size of these carcasses. At the end of the year, we now have steer and heifer carcasses at record weights, so we have to be a little bit careful in terms of how far we push this carcass carcass size issue. We can actually create some demand problems if we're not careful.
With higher beef prices, industry analysts turn their attention toward beef demand. But the Livestock Marketing Information Center says per capita consumption tells only part of the beef demand story. A beef demand index incorporating various purchase indicators and other pricing factors shows a positive demand shift in 2014. The choice retail beef and all fresh beef demand indices for the third quarter show year-to-year increases of 9%. Production declines mean that consumers are being offered less beef, as reflected in a decrease in per capita consumption of 4%. However, consumers are willing to pay for beef that costs 14% more than the same time period a year ago. The third quarter numbers show the beef demand index is at its highest level since 2005.
BVD can rob producers of conception rates and introduce a host of recurrent problems in a cow herd. An event earlier this fall in Kansas City focused on the possibilities of eradicating the disease and preventing persistently infected calves.
It's one of those diseases that can rob us of conception rates, decrease the number of calves that we produce on a year-to-year basis, and wind up having things such as neonatal calf scours. We can have mastitis in our cows. We can wind up with respiratory disease in our feeder calves. We need to find the persistently infected calves and get rid of the PI animals, whether it's calves, cows, or bulls. We need to have those out of the herd, and the other thing is we need to vaccinate. Making sure you do that before the breeding season starts rather than after is key, is the timing.
The BVD Eradication Symposium was sponsored by Thermo Fisher Scientific, MERCK Animal Health, and the Kansas State University Diagnostic Laboratory. American Angus Auxiliary members recently elected their 2015 officer team, which includes President Lynn Henriksen of Kansas, President-elect Carla Malson of Idaho, Secretary-Treasurer Julie Murnan of Montana, and Advisor and past President Courtney Holzhauser of North Carolina.
The week of the annual meeting is always a special time. Not only do we have our annual meeting where the membership comes in and takes care of our business for the last year and the coming year, but we also get to represent all different types of backgrounds and the diversity of the auxiliary. There's women from all age groups, from, well, our youngest member being Piper Cates, who is only about 3 months old, to we have ladies well into their 80s and 90s that are members, and again, everything in between.
To learn more information about the American Angus Auxiliary, visit angusauxiliary.com. We go now to Jenna McCrell with a look at news you need to know this week in the Angus business.
Thanks, Crystal. Oftentimes, the holiday season is when we think about charitable giving, and we would encourage you to remember the Angus Foundation when making those plans. In order to qualify for tax savings on this year's return, your gift must be completed by December 31st, either delivered in person, placed in the mail, or submitted online at angusfoundation.org. Visit the website to learn more about how the Angus Foundation supports youth, education, and research. Applications are now available online for 2 leadership opportunities for young cattlemen and women. The Beef Leaders Institute, or BLI, welcomes 20 American Angus Association members between 25 and 45 years old for a look inside all aspects of the beef cattle industry. BLI applications are available at angus.org and are due back into the office March 2nd. And each year, the Angus Foundation sponsors one individual to attend NCBA's Young Cattlemen's Conference, one of the industry's most prestigious events, which features a nationwide tour of the beef production chain. YCC applications are available at angusfoundation.org, and the deadline to apply is January 10th. And that's what you need to know this week in the Angus business.
Thanks, Jenna. When the Angus Report returns, the relationship between taste, marbling, and the right genetics.
And Dr. Dan Mosier and how genomics is improving the way cattlemen do business.
Visit angus.org to continue watching this episode of the Angus Report.
The Angus Report is brought to you by MERCK Animal Health. Why not prevent respiratory disease before it steals from your bottom line? Vista Once protects your calves with the most complete respiratory disease coverage available. And Vision Blackleg vaccines can add 14 pounds per calf at weaning. Contact your veterinarian or animal health supplier today.
Some call it a come-from-behind victory, an unlikely win, a reversal of fortune. The feeling of snatching victory from the jaws of defeat. This is our moment, our victory dance, because we choose confidence. We choose Zuprevo for BRD treatment.
Are you going to do this every time we treat a calf with Zuprevo?
Absolutely.
Well, all right then.
Don't let BRD interfere with his performance. Treat it with Zuprevo and get him back to his home pen. Zuprevo is a fast-acting, long-lasting BRD treatment that you can count on to get the job done. Ask your veterinarian to prescribe Zuprevo. Choose confidence. Choose Zuprevo from MERCK Animal Health.
At 44 Farms, we believe work starts at sunup and doesn't stop until sundown. We believe in order to live off the land, you have to love and respect it. We believe that cattle aren't just raised, they're nurtured. And we believe when you do things right, with honesty and integrity, well, things like quality and consistency happen naturally. 44 Farm Steaks, responsibly raised all-natural beef.
You pick your cattle and your partners with care. Count on those who share your values about hard work and a reputation that is earned. Choose the optimists, the exciting ideas, like GeneSeek Genomic Profiling. When you go with the GeneSeek GGP HD80K, you can invest time, money, and reputation in superior seed stock. You know their merit earlier in life, so you can raise and market calving ease, growth, and carcass bulls with greater confidence. And when your bulls perform as advertised, your customers can take your word to the bank. We know you are good at what you do. We help you stand out from the crowd. GeneSeek, a new brand of partner.
Join the team, the Beef Quality Assurance Team. Getting BQA certified shows you're committed to practices that produce the highest quality beef in the world. And by visiting BQA.org, you can take the online certification course at a time that fits your schedule and from the comfort of your home or office. You'll also find lots of helpful tips on improving animal health and animal handling practices. Get certified, BQA certified, because it's about doing the right thing. Visit BQA.org today and become a member of the BQA team.